This is Fano with an hour with the Wolfpack, and this is my segment Steppin' Out of Babylon. And this is day 48, and today's date is March 9th, 2016. And today I had the huge in the morning, and I had a kombucha, and had some rice still, had some rice with some eggs. Then I had kefir smoothie, then my nighttime diet, and that was about it. Um, yeah, no cravings. I don't know. Alcohol cravings are pretty gone. I mean, maybe I have like some thoughts about like socializing with alcohol, or like going to like a brewery or something, maybe. But eat real bad. Nothing. No like real cravings. No real crazy thoughts either about anything. But interesting story today. I was going to Ralph's to get my kombucha, and this lady asked me if I was a registered voter. And I was like, yeah. But I had a question about, switching parties. Anyways, so she's like, what are you going to switch to? And I was like, oh, I think I'm going to go to Republican to vote for Trump. And she, like, flipped her shit on me. I thought it was pretty hilarious. And then, but then she was telling me about the stuff to, like, get a signature to put stuff on the ballot. But anyways, so then I was like talking to her, and she just like, the more facts I had about things, she just got mad, and she like went this whole story how she like sold dry cleaning or something to the guy, and like all his businesses went bankrupt and all this crap. And then I was like thinking, and I told her, I was like, why do you think that's like gonna affect like America? Like, we're already in trillions of dollars in debt. Like, how on earth could somebody make that worse? And all the other presidents basically kept getting us in debt anyway, so. But then I like had to realize, but then I told her too, I was like, do you realize that businesses, if you have that much money, you want businesses that you have to fail because they're just like write-offs. It's like you lost money. So I think people are just being like way too critical of this guy Trump and his just like and how he did business his whole life. It's like, well, when you're doing business like in the frame he did it, then your whole life's about being business orientated, and now he's like wants to be president, so obviously he's gonna change his views. But I don't know. I think people are just on GMOs all day, and they just don't really study stuff or realize anything. And I don't really believe like he's gonna change the whole world or the country, but he's a better choice than all these other people that are bought and paid for by banks, and the banks basically sell you GMOs. The thing too, though, which I thought was even more hysterical, is that this lady didn't look like a healthy person. You know, she wasn't like, she didn't even look semi-healthy. She looked like GMO'd out, not like super hardcore, but pretty GMO'd. And I was just like wearing glasses, and I was just thinking in my head like, you're having opened up the pathways of your vibrations in your body through just food to even have clean thoughts, and you're here telling me why it's a bad choice to vote for some guy, or I should vote for all, or sign my name so that all these things will be on the ballot. And then she was just saying, and everything was funny. She was telling me how that we have freedoms here in America, or we're better off than a lot of places because we can vote and put stuff on ballots and things. And I was like, yeah, but even if you sign for all this stuff, put something on the ballot, they know ways to brainwash people into voting other ways. Like the biggest thing that I found out, I think it was last election or whatever, we're voting for like the GMO labeling, and I was talking to this guy about it, and he was telling me that his dad, because he was Mexican, that his dad basically got the Spanish version of the ballots, and I didn't realize this, but I guess they suggest people to vote for things. And he was telling me how like the English version said, uh, suggest you just to like, didn't really suggest. I don't know if it was like it suggested him to vote for GMO labeling, or it was just like explain whatever. But he was telling me his dad's version, which was in Spanish, suggests him to vote against GMO labeling. And I was thinking about how if they have all these people that vote or register to vote, and they don't know really what they're voting for, and they just read this pamphlet, and then they just vote according to the pamphlet, then, that's pretty rigged, especially in the English version. They don't tell you to do that, but in the Spanish version, they do. So it made a lot of sense when I researched how much money they put into lobbying. I can't even say that word, lobbying. Lobbying. I don't know if that's right, but anyways, basically put all that money in. They invested all this money to advertise for people not to vote for the labeling. So what I'm trying to say, it's like it really doesn't matter who I vote for, or a lot of people in general, and I don't really believe anyone who's going to get elected will change anything. I don't even think the small governments in your cities or states, even if stuff changed on that level, it would change anything. Like we live in a system, and it's not even about really anything besides one or a group of people being on top and everyone else being below that. Nothing changed from the days of the kings and queens. It's just more like an illusion that you're not like a slave, but you are. We're all slaves. Like the only real free people are probably all the indigenous people that live off the land, and they don't really doing that stuff. Like if you're just living off the land, like you're pretty much free. I mean, if you can do whatever you want, hunt whatever you want. I mean, pretty sure tribal people, there's really no laws. There's just stuff happens like in nature, and if shit goes down, shit goes down. Those are free. Everything else, not free. Definitely not. No fraction of free. Maybe you can do a little bit more in certain areas than other areas. Cool, but you're not absolutely free. You couldn't just go travel the world if you wanted to for free, or walk around anywhere you want, go into like forces and all sorts of stuff. No, you cannot. You can barely even say what you want to say without people giving you shit. You can't draw what you want to draw, people give you shit. You can't do anything. So, I mean, I get. So it all goes back down to food and how they control you just through the food. Like, that's why it's so important just to eat right. Like, if that lady that was trying to convince me that Trump is bad, if she was super healthy and knew a lot of stuff besides some personal experience that the guy's a dick for some reason of whatever she was talking about. I mean, my theory is like this. Everyone's probably a dick. Like, I haven't really met too many people that are super duper 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 nice or okay people. I mean, especially billionaire type of people. I mean, you have to have a certain mindset to be like that. I mean, business is about sinning. It's business. You're gonna start sinning. That's the whole point of it. That's how you make money. I mean, the person that was convincing me this was working for people to sign to get paid money. Someone hired her to do business for them. So I just don't get it. And the thing too, like, she didn't have like really anything beyond that why she wouldn't vote for him. It's just like personal experience. The guy's an asshole. Cool. I'm pretty sure everyone that's people are gonna vote for are probably assholes. I highly doubt any of them are that good of people. There are politicians. Like, come on. What do they do for anyone? Nothing. I mean, they fucking dictate people's lives through laws that don't really apply to humans. It's like the most craziest. It's like if birds basically decided to make a whole system and there's laws and certain birds voted of how other birds live. And if the bird lived in this certain area, the bird would have to act a certain way. Like, doesn't anyone see how crazy this all is? But the thing about it is the more you eat bad, the more you just literally don't care. Because the chemicals in the food jack up your whole brain where you just become delusional. It's just fucking crazy. And that's why I think about it. It's like the more you become aware of it, the more you think like, will it ever really change? I mean, it would take a lot to change. I mean, if you think about how the system rolled itself into the way it is, I mean, God, this is going on forever. I mean, since the Bible days, there was slavery and some guy, glorifying himself and not doing anything and had all these people working for him. So, I don't know. It's pretty fucking weird. And the only hopes I have is like when I listen to like stuff about like aliens and some people talk about how one day like we could consciously be aware of all this and then be like a free society and we could like be more like heavenly. But then I watch other stuff. People are like, it's all gonna go to hell, so it doesn't really matter. Just eat right and wait for it all to end. And it's just like, geez. But really, what I believe is that the only thing you can change is inside yourself. And you can be totally aware. It's like, there really is no point in arguing with some random lady about something that I don't even really care about too much, but I do have an opinion about it because I am a conscious being. But I also at the same time is not going to argue with this lady. And the funny thing, she got so mad she wouldn't even like talk to me. She was just like, get away from me. Like, she's like, sign these or don't sign these and leave. And I was just like, fucking Christ. Like, this person needs to find some Jesus. But I'll end it like that. And this is Fano from An Hour with the Wolfpack, and this is my segment Steppin' Out of Babylon. This is day 48. Today's date is March 9th, 2016. I hope everyone lives with love and compassion, because if you don't love yourself and you're not compassionate, then you can't be that way to anyone else.